Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing my everyday makeup drawer for November. If you've never seen these videos on my channel before, I do them every month and I take you through my makeup collection with me to pick out new products that I keep here in my everyday makeup drawer. And then at the end of the video, we use the products and do our makeup together. These videos are one of my favorites here on my channel and I know a lot of you love them as well. If you're new, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty content here on my channel on YouTube. We would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get into the everyday makeup drawer. We'll start with last month's products, then we'll pick out some new things and finish with a get ready with me. All right, so this is everything I've had in for the past month. In terms of products that I've used the most out of everything, one is definitely this powder. I pretty much exclusively used this for the past month. I do have my Kosas powders back there, but I've only been using the Mario one. So this has absolutely been a standout product for me this month. Let's see what else. These, I've talked about these over and over. I have two of them here, but these Edam lip softening masks. I have two shades here. These have kind of been like my go-to every day with a lip liner, kind of a lip look for the past month. I've been using both of those. And then really for foundation, of the ones that I have here, the one I've been using the most for sure is the Huda Easy Blur. This is so good. It's really nice medium coverage, natural finish, and I've just really been enjoying it. So those are kind of the standout products for me for the month. But as always, I'm going to take all of this out and we'll put it away and then we'll pick out some new makeup. Let's pick out some makeup. I'm going to start here as always with foundations, primers, and concealers. So let's start here with primer. Last time I had in this Huda Easy Blur, which is a really good like smoothing primer, but right now my skin is leaning more on the dry side. So I think I can skip any type of mattifying primer right now. All right, I'm thinking I first want to put this in. This is Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow. Now, I don't really know if you would classify this as a primer or not, but I ordered this a few months ago when I did a Lisa Eldridge video, and I feel like I just haven't given this product enough of a test, really, to figure out how I feel about it. I know a lot of people use it under base products, but then I know a lot of people use it just like a liquid highlighter, but I want to use that some more. So I'm definitely going to put that one in. And then in terms of like really hydrating primers, the only two that I really have are the Nars Light Reflecting and the MAC one. The MAC Studio Radiance I had in last time, so I guess we'll go for this one this time. But I think that's it for primer because like I said, I don't feel like I need any kind of matte primer right now. So I think we'll just go with those two. For foundations, skin tints, I am going to definitely put this in because I'm loving this right now, the Dior foundation stick. This one is 1.5 neutral, but I really like that. So I'm going to put that in. I think I might also do Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow because this is super hydrating, and for my skin tone right now, this color is a really good match for me. So I'm going to put that one in as well. I also want to put this in. So I recently got a different shade in the original Bare Minerals powder foundation. This one is Neutral Ivory, and I've used it one time, but I really want to use this color some more. I feel like I'm getting back into a phase where I'm wanting to use this again, and I feel like I just left a phase of not really being interested in this. So I don't know why, but anyway, we are going to put that one in as well. And then one other thing I'm going to throw in, because I wore this the other day and I forgot how beautiful this Chantecaille Future Skin is. And this one is the shade Alabaster. This is like a gel consistency, but it's pretty hydrating, and I really, really liked this the other day when I used it, and I feel like I've totally been neglecting it. So we're going to put that in as well, and that should be it for foundations. For correctors for the under eyes, you know what? I think I'm going to put my Sigma color corrector in. This one I love. As you can see, I put pan on that one, but this is a really good, lightweight, hydrating color corrector, and I like that you get the 2 shades in there, which is really convenient. So I think we'll do that. Do I want another one? I kind of want to put this in also. I kind of use this more of a, well, it is a brightener from Rare Beauty. It's not really enough to do any color correcting, even though it is a pretty good like peachy undertone, but I don't use that product very much, so I think we'll put that in as well. And that should be it for correctors. And finally, for concealer, I'm going to put in this little Baby Tarte Shape Tape. This one is 22B. I haven't used this in forever. I don't know why. I'm kind of in the mood to use that. And what else for concealer? Oh, I think I am going to do Makeup by Mario, because this is a newer shade to me. It's one of his new shades he released like a month or 2 months ago. And this is actually a pretty good shade. It's shade 190. So I think I will also do that. And let's see what else. Maybe this one also. I haven't used the Lancome Teint Idol Ultra Wear in a long time. I like this from what I remember, but it's been quite a while since I've used that one. And that one I think has less coverage for sure than the Mario and the Tarte one. So I think we'll go for that. And honestly, that's probably going to be it this time for concealers. I'm just going to kind of stick with 3. So that's everything from this drawer. Let's pick out bronzer first. Usually I start over there, but we'll start over here this time. I think for a cream, I might do Nars. This is Laguna 01, and it's really good cream bronzer. I don't use this one a ton, but especially for this time of year, this shade is really good, so I think I will do that. But I definitely want to do a powder bronzer also. Maybe we'll do the Gucci powder bronzer. This one is shade number 1. It's kind of a like a rosier tone bronzer, but very pretty if you have a lighter skin tone. So maybe we'll do that for a powder. Kind of want to put this in again, the Mario Bronzing Serum. This one is shade Light. This is really nice. I've been kind of back on my skin enhancer from Mario, but I kind of want to pull this out again in the shade Light. So let's do that. And that should actually be pretty good for bronzer. Moving into powder. Definitely gonna do this. This is new to me. It's the Ami Calais translucent powder. I got this a few months ago, but I didn't try it until a few weeks ago. I got this in PR, but I really liked it the first time I tried it. But I haven't tested it a ton, so I kind of want to put that in. And then, let's see, maybe we'll do this. I haven't used my Maybelline Fit Me in a while. This is just the translucent pressed one, but I really like this. I just haven't been using it. I haven't been using my pressed powders as much lately as I was at one time. I might also put this powder in. This is the Hourglass Vanish Pressed Powder. I like this, but this is definitely another one that definitely gets kind of skipped over quite a bit in my collection, so I kind of want to put that in also. So I think that should be good for powders. For a highlighter, I definitely want to put in my new one from Makeup Forever. I got this during the Sephora sale. This is in Wherever Pearl, and I've only used this once in my try-on video, but I want to use this more. I really, really liked this. It's such a pretty highlighter. I feel like not many people talk about this one, but this is such a pretty formula and looks so pretty on the skin. So I'm going to put that in. Honestly, that's probably it. I don't need more than one highlight, so that should be everything for here. For blush, maybe I will put this one in. This is pretty new to me. It's Eclat, the Cream Multi-Stick. This one is in the shade Dune. It's kind of a rosy brown. It's a really pretty color. This is one of the other things they sent to me a few months ago in PR, and I really like this so far, but I'm gonna put that one in for this time. I think I'm gonna put one of my Dibs sticks in. So these have a bronzer and a blush. This blush is more of like a warm pink, but I don't use my Dibs sticks that often. Kind of want to put that in. I also have shade 3 and shade 2.5. 2.5 is also pretty, and I like the bronzer in 2.5. Maybe I'll put both of these in because 2.5 has a really bright, like bubblegum pink blush, but the bronzer is a little bit more neutral than this one. So I think we'll just stick both in just to have. I think I'm going to put this in. This is so just basic, but I kind of want to. This is Tarte Amazonian Clay in the shade Exposed. It's just a really perfect matte pinky nude blush. I don't know, I'm in the mood for that, so I think we'll do that as well. I think I might also do She's Wanted from Patrick Ta. Here it is. Because this is just such a pretty color. It looks so scary when you look at it, but if you apply just a little bit of this, if you're around my skin tone, then you have to be kind of careful with this. But honestly, anybody can use this, and this color is just absolutely beautiful. So I think I will also do that. Maybe I'll do one of my Kosas blushes. Also, I think the one I want is Euphoria. This one here. This one's more of like a mauve-y color, but it's so pretty. Look at that one. I love Euphoria. So I think we'll do that as well. I might stick this in too, just because this is the Mario Blush Veil in Barely Blushing, which is just a really light, pretty neutral nude color. Kind of want to do that too. So we'll do that, and I think that's it for blush. All right, moving into eye products. So we'll start over here with like singles or liquid shadows. Okay, obviously I'm gonna put this in because this is brand new and I want to use this more. The Patrick Ta Duo in, is it Talk to My, yes, Talk to My Team. This is the only one I have. I ordered 2 more, but I'm still waiting for them to come in the mail. So for now, this is the only one that I have, but I definitely want to use that more. So I'm definitely going to put that one in. I'm also going to put Lisa Eldridge Fawn palette in. This is beautiful. Her newest palette, and this is my favorite one by far. I also have the Vega palette, and I love that one as well, but this one I really do love. So I am gonna put that in. I kind of want to put this back in. This is my little MAC quad that I made. So it has Omega, Honey Lust, I think that one's Espresso, and Brulee, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why, I kind of want to put those in though. I do love this little palette. I also have a 6-pan palette. I might even switch out a few of the shades and move them around. Kind of want to put those in for some reason. So we're going to do that actually. And then let's see, for eye primer, I'm going to do one of my Sigma eye bases, which I love. And let's see, what else do we have in here? I might also stick Dior Beige Mitza in. I haven't used this single shadow in a little while, so I think we will do that. There's one eyeshadow stick that I'm always looking for. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna put this in. This is Bobbi Brown in Moonstone. This is one of the really shimmery ones, but this as an inner corner highlight, or even just like right in the middle of your eyelid. This shade in particular in Moonstone is so pretty. We will also do that. And I might stick Bobbi Brown long wear liner stick in too. This one's in Jungle, which is a really beautiful green. And maybe even one of these. The eye brightener from Thrive Cosmetics. I got these in PR recently as well. There's another one. Oh, these two are the two I really like. Shani Joe and Tracy. One of them's a little bit cooler, one of them's a little bit warmer. These I haven't used a ton, so I think I might also stick those in just to play with them some more. For brows, I'm gonna do my new ABH Brow Freeze Brow Gel, and then I think I'm gonna put this in. I've been back using this ABH Brow Powder Duo again. I still love my Maybelline Build-A-Brow, but the last like week or so I've been pulling this out again, and I just love this so much. So I think I might do that, and then maybe we'll still, yeah, I'm gonna stick in the Maybelline Build-A-Brow as well. Y'all know I love this product. I've talked about it so many times, but we'll put that in too. And then for eyeliners, I think I might do a few Victoria Beckhams this time. This one is Bronze, which is really beautiful. Ooh, I might do Teddy also from MAC. That one's a little bit more of a reddish brown. Bronze from Victoria Beckham's a little bit more of like a golden bronze. I might also stick in Sequin Green just because it's so pretty. And I think that's it for this drawer. Oh no, it isn't. I'm gonna do Rare Beauty Mini Mascara. That was from my Sephora haul. And Lisa Eldridge again, because I just can't stop with that one. And then probably Maybelline Sky High as well. So I think we'll go with those three. And I think that's everything from this drawer. Finally, for lip products. All right, first thing, Patrick Ta Major Shine Lip Gloss. This is the new color in She's Expensive. I just picked that one up during the Sephora sale. So we will do that. I'm also gonna do, actually, I think it's in my purse. Well, we'll do this one too. This is the Armani Prismaglass in number 7. I also got a new shade in number 6, which is more of like a burgundy color. That one I was wearing yesterday. It's actually in my purse, so I need to go grab it, but I'll put this one in also just to have a nude option as well. I'm gonna do this Milk Odyssey gloss in Work Trip. Really pretty, just very basic pinky gloss, but I really like that one. Okay, I want to do a few of these, what do you call it? The Merit Signature Lips. I can't like think today. So let's do Bespoke, which is one of the new shades that came in the dress code set. That one's a little bit more brown. We'll do Baby, which is one of the original shades, but I also have that one, which I really like. We'll put Black Tie in. It's kind of a blue-based, deeper burgundy red. This is from the dress code set as well, but we'll put that in too. And let's see what else we have in here. I kind of want to put this shade. I was thinking about this shade the other day. I haven't used it in a while. Thanks, It's MAC. Such a good neutral kind of peachy pink nude, so we'll do that as well. Maybe this lip glass from MAC in Oh Baby. So this is like a golden gloss with all this fine shimmer in it, but super pretty. Maybe shade 15 in YSL Candy Glaze as well. This is one of my favorites. It's a really pretty pinky nude, really glossy candy glaze from YSL. So we'll do that as well. All right, let me pick some lip liners here. Wherever Walnut from Makeup Forever. I'm gonna do one of these Fenty liners. This one's in rubber bands. Honestly, this is not my favorite lip liner formula, but I don't know. Maybe I can try it again, see if I feel differently. But these are a little too creamy for me, that they're kind of hard to work with. But anyways, I'm gonna put that in. We'll do Endless Cacao. I kind of want to play with this. I never use this shade very much, but I've been seeing people use this more and more and more, and I kind of want to play around with that one a little. So we'll do that as well. I think I am also gonna do this Maybelline Lifter Liner. One of the best things to come out of the drugstore this year are these lifter liners. This one in the shade On It is so pretty. It's a very neutral, kind of medium toned brown. I'm gonna do the Tom Ford lip liner that I just got from Sephora. Mario and Almond, because I always put that one in pretty much. Maybe Love Trap from Charlotte Tilbury as well. That's an old favorite. And let's see, Whirl also from MAC. I think that should be good. And then I'm gonna put this in. This is new from the Sephora sale, the Ole Henriksen and Anita Bing Pout Preserve Lip Mask. This one is a really pretty nude, but it has shimmer in it. These are fantastic. If you haven't tried this formula from Ole Henriksen, you are missing out. You need to try these. That's the new one. Also do this. I just got this as well, the Lip Glowy Balm in Candy Cane. Maybe we'll do Vanilla Beige from Summer Fridays as well. So I think that's everything for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and gather all of this stuff and we'll put it back in my drawer. Alright, got everything put away. So I put my foundations, concealer, corrector up here. I had to separate the powders because I couldn't figure out how to get them to fit all in one area. But over here I have blush, bronzer, and that Nars primer, Lisa Eldridge highlighter, primer, more bronzers, bronzer and blush again back here. Eye stuff in the middle and brows, lip liners, lipsticks, mascaras, eyeliners, simple shadows, the other powders, more lip products, and more lip products. Oh, and skin stuff right there. So that is this month's drawer. So we'll go ahead and do our makeup together using some of these products. All right, let's get into some makeup. I'm gonna start with this from Refy. This is the eye balm, just because it's been a little while since I did my skincare, so I wanna rehydrate my under eyes a little bit. And this feels so good, it's so cold. I love it. And then while I'm waiting for that to kind of sink in, I'm gonna put the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve on because my lips are feeling kind of dry. I'm like almost done with this at this point. This is my favorite lip balm of all of them. And then for SPF, I'm gonna use Summer Fridays. Most of the time I really like this SPF. My only issue is I do wish it was a little bit more hydrating. Like, it's not matte or anything, but it's definitely not as hydrating as some of the other SPFs that I've tried. I wish this one was just a little bit more than it is, but it's not bad. And then sometimes it does pill randomly, so hopefully it doesn't today, as long as I give it enough time to really set down. All right, moving into makeup, I am gonna apply some of this primer from Nars. This is the Light Reflecting hydrating primer because like I said, my skin is definitely feeling a little bit on the dry side. So I'm going to apply this. This is just kind of like a lotiony texture primer, and it does add just a little bit of like a radiance. It's not shimmery or anything, it just adds just a little bit of a radiance. Kind of reminds me of the old Becca backlight priming filter, if you ever use that product. That's kind of what this reminds me of. All right, let's move into some foundation. I think I'm going to use Chantecaille today. I was kind of going back and forth between this one and the Bare Minerals powder, but kind of in the mood for this one today. So this is the shade Alabaster, and I usually just kind of dip in it with the back of with the handle of my brush. I wore this about a week ago. I hadn't worn it in a while, and I pulled it out and used it. And it looked so good, like better than I remember it looking for. And I'm blending with a clean BK Beauty 106 brush. This shade match for me right now is like perfect. This foundation is so interesting. The texture is like, it's a gel, so it kind of feels cooling as you put it on, kind of like a gel moisturizer does. It feels really, really nice on the skin. My ring is making all kinds of noises. It keeps bumping into this brush. It's gonna drive me nuts when I edit, so I'm gonna take that off. For a corrector, we're gonna use this one from Sigma. I'm gonna use this one here, which you can see I use the most. This is the darker one, and it's kind of, I'm scraping the sides here, so I kind of have to use a little paddle brush when I use this. But this is a super, super thin, creamy color corrector. If you are looking for one, this one is really nice. And you can also kind of mix the shades since you get 2 shades in there, which is nice too. But even though it's a cream, it's still very, very thin feeling under the eyes and really hydrating. So this is a really good one. This one, I will say, it's not going to give you like full coverage. So if that's what you're looking for, this is definitely not like a full coverage color corrector. If you want more coverage, you definitely need like a fuller coverage concealer with this one, but still nice. And then I'm just going to use a small concealer brush and just kind of tap it in under my eyes. This one is the N16 from BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose. For concealer, I'm going to use Makeup by Mario. This is one of his newer shades in 190. So the thing about this concealer is you can't let it sit there for too long because it starts to dry pretty quick. So typically I don't do both sides and then let it sit like I normally do with other concealers, just because this one starts to set pretty quick. So I'm going to use my N14, which is my favorite concealer brush. And then I added a little bit right here too. I'm just going to use that same brush to kind of tap that in as well. And then I put some right here, also on the spot on my nose. I'm going to kind of tap over there. I do really like this shade in this concealer because before I didn't have a great shade match in this one, but this is pretty good shade for me. Now that I have a good shade in this, I find that I actually use this concealer way more than I used it before. Because when I had it the first time, I wasn't crazy about my shade, which if you have a concealer and you don't love the shade, most likely you're not going to love the concealer. You're probably going to think that you don't like it. And I think that's what happened with me with this concealer, is at first I thought, oh yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that concealer, but actually I think it was more the shade that I wasn't a fan of and not the concealer. Okay, I think I'm going to use powder, blush, and bronzer today. So I'm going to use this Eclat translucent powder to set before we go in with blush and bronzer. I haven't used this powder a ton, but so far in the few times that I've used it, I really like this. So that's why I wanted to put it in this month so I could use it a little bit more, but so far I really like it. Honestly, it does kind of remind me of the Mario powder, and I'm just using a small 108 brush from BK Beauty to apply this. And I'm setting just to make sure that my blush and bronzer don't go on weird, because whenever I use all powder products and I don't set pretty well beforehand, they usually kind of look a little patchy. So I'm trying to avoid that. All right, for bronzer, I think I'm going to use the Gucci bronzer. This one I have not used in quite a while. This is the Eclat Soleil bronzing powder in the shade number 1. I'm going to use this really big hourglass brush to apply this, because what I have found with this bronzer is the key, I think, is using like a larger brush with it, because it is very pigmented. So I find if I use a brush that's too small, I usually end up not liking the outcome. And I think it's just because it's so pigmented that if you go in with something that's really small and kind of precise, it just doesn't really work. It does, but it gives a lot of times way more color than I'm wanting. So I found it's easier to use a bigger brush. For blush, I'm going to use Kosas in the shade Euphoria, which is so pretty. It's a really beautiful mauve-y pink. And I'm just going to use the other side of that hourglass brush to apply that. I just love these tones, especially for this time of year. I also have Blissed and Dreamland, and I love those too, but for this time of year, I love this mauve-y color. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this highlighter. This is my new one from the Sephora sale in Wherever Pearl. Not applying a lot, just a little bit. That Kosas blush has like a little bit of glow to it, but this will add just a little bit more. All right, moving into brows, I'm going to use my ABH brow powder in the shade Medium Brown. I've been back on this again. If you've been here for a little while, you will remember there for a while I was only using this in my brows, and then I started using Maybelline Build a Brow, which I have sitting right here. I still love that. But when I kind of moved into that, I kind of quit using the brow powder as much, but now I'm kind of back on it again. So funny how you go, or at least I do with makeup. I kind of go through phases with certain things, and I'm definitely back in a brow powder phase now. Let me know, are you a pencil person for your brows, or are you a pomade person? Are you a powder person? Are you a brow pen person? Curious. And do you switch it up, or do you always do the same thing? Now I'm just using the ABH Brow Freeze Gel to set them in place. I just got this during the sale, so I don't really have any thoughts on it yet. I'm still kind of testing it out, but so far I like it. Before we start the eyes, I'm going to use this Sigma eyeshadow base. This one is the shade Ignite. So we're going to use the Lisa Eldridge Fawn palette. I'm going to go into this light brown down here, and I'm going to apply this kind of all over. So I'm going to put it on the lid, and then kind of bring it up a little bit into the crease as well. That shade is pretty light, so I am kind of building it up a little bit. I'm gonna take this brown right here. So this one is a little bit deeper than that first one. I'm switching to a Refy 03. And I'm kind of lining my eye with this. I'm gonna try to line just slightly, like all the way across, which I don't normally do that, but so I'm just kind of gradually adding a little bit more. This is what I love the most about these eyeshadows from Eldridge is you can really build these up, which I really appreciate because I like softer eye looks, so I always look for formulas that give you a little bit more versatility in terms of the pigment because I don't want a lot of pigment to start off with. All right, I'm gonna switch to this kind of blue gray color up here, and I'm gonna use the 208 brush from BK Beauty. And I'm just gonna go along my lashes again with that shade, but I'm gonna be even more precise this time. Getting it literally as close as I can get to the lashes just to kind of intensify just a little bit. I'm gonna go in now with the bronzer we used, and I'm gonna add just a little bit of that to the crease. And then I'm going to go back to the Fawn palette and I'm going to use my favorite shade in here, which is this beautiful topper shade. And I'm just going to tap that to the center of my lid. I didn't get a ton of it either on my finger. I just kind of very lightly tapped into the pan. And then I'm going to take that first shade we use, which is this one, and I'm going to use the Refy 03 and apply that on the lower lash line. For mascara, again, we're going to use Eldridge, the Kitten Lash Mascara, which I absolutely love. I love this so much that when I do run out of this one, I'm gonna buy another one of these. And I don't say that a lot about high-end mascaras because I have a lot that I like from the drugstore, but there is something magical about this one. It is just, it's so good. For lips, I think I'm gonna use Whirl from MAC. Fun fact, this was my very first lip liner I ever bought. Not this specific Whirl, but Whirl was my very first lip liner. All right, and then on top of that, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of Merit Signature Lip in Baby. And then on top of that, we're gonna use this gloss from Armani that I am in love with. I got this during the Sephora sale, but this is the shade number 6 in the Prisma Glass Gloss. Such a pretty color. All right, that is this month's everyday makeup drawer. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. These are so fun, and I just love filming these videos every month. I look forward to it. So I hope you enjoyed this one. As always, all the products will be listed in the description box with the shades, and I will also link them for you in YouTube shopping. If you do shop through any of my links, it does support my channel. I do make a small commission from that. So thank you so much if you do. And if you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and follow me over on Instagram. at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I will see you again very soon. Remember, simply be you.